Good evening and welcome back to the Stream Scene. I'm your host, Danielle Weinhofer.
And I'm Gracie Back. Today's show is all about the holidays, as the season approaches us at full speed. Here's a couple topics we'll be taking you through today. We'll be discussing entertainment this past week, including favorite albums and shows of the year, as well as Christmas arriving early in stores.
That's right, we will also be diving into what's hot in sports this week, along with a special cooking segment to get you in the holiday mood. But before we get into all the festive fun, let's dive right into some big moments making headlines this week in entertainment. Mixed emotions circulated this past Tuesday night as star Andy Richter was voted off Dancing with the Stars, resulting in the People's Princess failing to make it to the semifinals. The show's 20th anniversary and birthday party included moments of emotional tributes of deceased former stars, along with the beloved late judge Len Goodman. The production also included past Mirrorball champions and the return of longtime host Tom Bergeron as guest judge. But I think we can all agree that the episode proved highly successful as contestants Alex Earle, Dylan Efron, Robert Irwin, and Whitney Levitt all received their first perfect scores, placing them all at the top of the leaderboard. Next Tuesday, the pressure is on as the semifinalists cha-cha their way into the ballroom with their eyes on the Mirrorball trophy.
Something else that's caused a stir in the entertainment community is the impending 68th Annual Grammy Awards. Rapper Kendrick Lamar holds the title for the most nominations this year, with 9 nominations for his latest album, GNX, including nominations in top categories like Album, Record, and Song of the Year. Other artists that hold multiple nominations include Lady Gaga with 7 nominations and Bad Bunny and Sabrina Carpenter, both with 6. In other exciting news, many artists like Chappell Rowan, Tate McRae, and even actor Timothée Chalamet are headed into the Grammys with their first ever nominations. The Grammys this year also feature 2 brand new categories, including Best Traditional Country Album and Best Album Cover. Excitement will only build as artists anticipate music's biggest night, going live from Crypto.com Arena on Sunday, February 1st. Grammy nominated or not, next week we'll take it over to Max, who asked people what they had their eyes on and ears on in 2025.
Geese's Getting Killed. First big album, I think, was Ghosts, Lacrimae.
Tame Impala's new album was really good.
Definitely Jid, God is Ugly, Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist.
Willow B. Tucker, I can't remember the rest of the title, but Ethel Cain's new album this year.
Magic Alive by McKinley Dixon. And then Sleep Token's new album.
Tyler, the Creator, had a new album this year as well.
Jack Boys 2 by Travis Scott.
Jane Remover's Revenge Seekers.
Essex Honey by Blood Orange.
Saba, I don't know if you know who Saba is. He dropped the album, I think it was called Coffee.
Wow, Joy dropped some new music.
Playboy Cardi, obviously, he released I Am Music.
Beach Bunny had a new album that came out this year. That was pretty good too.
Yeet also dropped a new album.
FKA Twigs is Eusexua.
The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City had 2 seasons coming out this year.
The biggest thing for me was Andor Season 2.
I watched The Summer I Turned Pretty, the new season.
I guess Abbott Elementary.
Season 2 of Severance was excellent.
Pluribus just came out. I watched the first episode.
I've started We Were Liars. It's really good.
The Pit.
The Bear also had a new season come out this year. That was pretty good too.
Oh, Superman, oh my gosh. How could I forget about Superman?
The #1 movie that I saw in 2025 was definitely Ari Aster's Eddington. The Demon Slayer movie was fantastic.
The Minecraft movie, also a very fire movie.
Sinners, a little late to seeing that one.
And Fantastic Four, I watched a little bit of that.
Together, big horror, also Final Destination Bloodlines.
I was really excited to see Weapons. I was very glad that I did see it.
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, huge fan of Jujutsu Kaisen. It's also, they put out a movie.
Death Grips has just announced that they are working on a new album.
I love Solo Leveling, and they're saying maybe we'll get something at the end of the summer.
Definitely Avengers Doomsday.
Yellow Jackets, I think there's a new season coming out next year.
I will be excited for the Gorillaz album if it comes out and people are like, oh my God, this is great. Then I'll be excited.
I'm looking forward to the Neighborhood's new album. I'm so excited.
The Star Wars Mandalorian and Grogu movie, that is going to be absolutely horrendous.
By Storm announced that they are working on an album.
Maybe The White Lotus, if that's going to have a new season soon.
Oh, there's a Netflix series called Castlevania, and they drop weekly episodes. So I'm definitely gonna be catching up when that's done.
It's early November, but it might already feel like Christmas is here. Stores across the country are decked out with lights, trees, and ornaments weeks before Thanksgiving. Kayla O'Hara went out to find out why the holiday season keeps arriving earlier and earlier.
At Lowe's, Christmas has arrived months before Santa. Decorations lines the aisles, from sparkling trees to inflatable snowmen.
Let's see, Halloween was probably the third week in August, and Christmas went up a week earlier, so it went in mid-September.
O'Hara says while it might feel too soon, there's a reason stores start early, and it's not just corporate pressure.
I personally would blame the consumer. The consumers are the ones that drive all that. Every time we put a season up early, everyone's complaining that we're putting it up. Meanwhile, you see them walking out with Christmas lights or Halloween garb or anything. So it's the consumer that drove that market to put it in early.
And consuming they are, it's a big profit time for retailers, while tariffs and market uncertainty may impact the holidays' bottom line. Enticing those buyers before Thanksgiving may be the solution.
If a company with as much product as they have and how much money is valued into that, if they put it up then, they wouldn't be able to sell it all. So I think that's another reason why they bring it in earlier, is that the consumer would see it and they would continue to buy it. Sometimes people will buy something in September and then completely forgot that they bought it, and then they would repurchase it again.
Not only is Lowe's starting early, but so are other retailers like Target and the Dollar Tree. But not everyone loves the early start.
But as soon as you start putting Christmas up and it's not even Halloween yet, like in that sense, or it's not even close to, or just Labor Day just happened and now all of a sudden you see Christmas, people definitely voice their opinion more. They might say, oh, that's way too early. But then they're the ones that are over there pushing the button. Oh my God, this is great. I love this. So again, they're their own worst enemy.
Although students at the University of Delaware say otherwise.
I'm definitely more in the Christmas mood right now because of all the decorations that are already out and everything's Christmas themed recently.
I'm in the Thanksgiving mood because it's my favorite holiday.
I mean, since I've been working for the company, I hate it. By the time Christmas rolls around, I'm kind of sick of Christmas. It doesn't feel like it's a holiday anymore because you've seen it since September.
Even if it's too early to decorate at home, you can still get into the holiday spirit by visiting Santa at the Christiana Mall. I'm Kayla O'Hara for the Stream Scene. Back to you.
And while some people think it's a little too early to deck the halls, it is never too early to get fired up for some local and national sports. Let's check in on the Stream's very own sports scene.
I'm Michael Saladino, and welcome to the Sports Scene. Today, I'll be going over what you need to know in the sports world, both here on campus and around the nation. Our University of Delaware football team pulled off a homecoming classic, beating Louisiana Tech 25-24. Delaware scored 9 points in the final 34 seconds. Nate Reed executed a perfect onside kick and then nailed a 51-yard game-winning field goal with just seconds left. The crowd erupted as the Blue Hens completed one of the most wild finishes of the season. Staying here at the university, both the men's and women's basketball teams have started playing as they get ready to start their first seasons in Conference USA. For the men's team, they're looking to start strong after finishing 12th in the standings in their final CAA season. On the women's side, they look to improve in this new conference after going 500 in CAA play last season. This year's World Series went the distance and ended in a 7-game thriller. The Los Angeles Dodgers defeated the Toronto Blue Jays 5-4 in 11 innings. Catcher Will Smith hit the go-ahead home run in the 11th as the Dodgers captured the World Series and became back-to-back champions. After a back-and-forth series that delivered every step of the way. The NFL trade deadline produced several blockbuster moves. Sauce Gardner was traded from the New York Jets to the Indianapolis Colts in a deal built around multiple future first-round picks. Quinnen Williams was sent from the Jets to the Dallas Cowboys, giving Dallas an elite defensive anchor up front. And the Seattle Seahawks added Rashid Shaheed to bring speed and big playability to their offense. These moves shaped the deadline and could shift the balance in this year's playoff race. And speaking of the New York Jets, tonight's Thursday Night Football matchup sees the Jets face off against the New England Patriots. This is one of the longest-standing rivalries in the AFC East. Both teams know each other well, and games between them usually come down to discipline and execution. The Jets have relied on defensive pressure and athleticism to stay in games, while the Patriots typically try to control the clock and limit mistakes. The Jets have won back-to-back games after starting the season 0-7, while the Patriots sit atop the AFC East with a record of 8-2. Expect a physical game between a team that just sent off some of its best pieces and a team that is trying to remain dominant at the top of the AFC. And getting some fun festive spirit on Thanksgiving, the NFL will roll out 3 games this year. First one being between the Green Bay Packers, and they'll take on the Detroit Lions at 1 p.m. The Kansas City Chiefs will face the Dallas Cowboys at 4:30 p.m., and the Cincinnati Bengals meet the Baltimore Ravens in the primetime game at 8:20. All of these games could have playoff implications as we get deeper into the second half of the season. That's all I have for the sports scene. Danielle and Gracie, back to you.
Thank you, Michael. Football season really is picking up.
I agree. And on that note, the holiday cooking season is also on the rise. I actually took us back to the kitchen to tackle a universal holiday favorite, the Snickerdoodle cookie.
Welcome back to Baking with the Stream Scene. I'm Gracie, and today we're tackling a holiday classic that promises soft, chewy centers and those iconic crackly cinnamon sugar tops, the Snickerdoodle cookie. We'll have these ready in about 20 minutes, so let's get baking. First, start by preheating your oven to 350 degrees. After that, prep is everything. I've sifted together all my dry ingredients, including 3 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 1/3 cup of granulated sugar, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now for the wet ingredients. In this bowl, I've got 1 cup or 2 sticks of softened unsalted butter. We want it at room temperature but not melty, so I put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. I then added 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 2 large beaten eggs. I mixed them quickly to combine to avoid cooking the eggs. After that was mixed, I added the wet ingredients to the dry and started mixing. I ended up going in with my hands to mix, and it worked very well. Now we need that signature cinnamon sugar coating. In this shallow dish, I have a 1/4 cup of sugar mixed with 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. You can use a cookie scoop or do what I did and just eyeballed it. Roll the dough ball between your palms to smooth it out, and then drop it right into the cinnamon sugar mix. Roll it around until it's fully coated. We want to place these about 2 inches apart on a parchment-lined baking sheet. They spread a good bit as they bake. Bake these for about 9 to 11 minutes. Keep an eye on them, as we're looking for edges that are set, but centers that are slightly soft. Remember that they'll continue to bake on the hot sheet for a few minutes after coming out of the oven as well. And here they are. Just look at those beautiful crackly tops. Let them cool on the baking sheet for about 5 minutes before using the leftover cinnamon sugar to roll each cookie again before they're completely cooled. And just look at that, the perfect Snickerdoodle cookie. Thanks for joining me in on Baking with the Stream Scene. I can't wait to see what everyone thinks back in the studio.
Now that we saw that process, let's try them here in the studio. Michael and Lauren, you want to get up here and try them with us?
Yes.
Alrighty.
I'm excited for this. They look really good.
All right, I'm going to take a broken one. Easy to bite.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
These are so good.
Wow. These are really good.
Thank you.
Great job.
I know. I'm like, if I'm going to be honest, I'm not a great baker. I like to cook more, but I'm really glad with how these turned out.
These are
oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm really
Perfect
glad.
holiday treat.
Yes, absolutely. Very universal too, as well. Not university. And I'm really glad. Yeah. Well, I'm really glad these went over well, and they were a ton of fun to make. Definitely a great way to get into the holiday spirit or the Thanksgiving spirit, whichever you may choose. And that's all the time that we have for this episode of the Stream Scene.
Tune in next time for another show filled with everything entertainment. I'm Danielle Weinhofer.
And I'm Gracie Back. Thanks for watching.